Welcome back to one of the biggest games at the European Youth Touch Championships 2026 here at the University of Warwick. It is France taking on England in the women's 20s division. A hair's width away from the Women's Open. Of course, these two nations met in the final just a few weeks ago. It was a clean victory for England on that occasion. The gold medal goes their way. But in the under-20s, these two sides met at 11 o'clock this morning, and France beat them 9-6. That's after England put 15 on Wales in the earliest game of the day. We're expecting fireworks here. Lexi Johnson alongside me.
Yeah, this is set to be quite the matchup. I think England will have taken the France hit quite personally, and they'll want to come back fighting.
As we just heard from the coaching staff, they want this one back. It's France in the navy going left to right. England in the classic white and red on the receiving end, and it's Blue-Anne Levesque, a senior French international, taking it in first, with Rose Jubin alongside her, of course. Rose Jubin at Bath University, England based, but it's Levesque who's scooting through. What a chance for France here, and they will open the scoring.
That is a beautiful scoop. She trusted herself, she carried it just that little bit longer before passing it off and managed to find the support. That was beautiful from France and not what England will have wanted.
Blue-Anne Levesque picks out Anne Maisonnaire, and it's France 1-0 up already here. England with the chance to respond as the sun breaks out for the first time in the afternoon session. All of a sudden it's blistering bright as Chloe Hill takes it on. Picked up by Maya Matheson, a hat-trick this morning against Wales. Beautiful peel, but it's just fallen an inch or so short of Annie Ainscough.
That was a fantastic 32 long setup from the girls there. Really, really great to see. And a great pass out to the wing.
You will not find a more hotly contested game than this all week. We've got the men's side up next, but it's been a bit more one-sided there.
A double dummy as they go to sub.
But then still the turnover. Alice Shearer's hard work for naught.
Well, thank goodness she made the ground she did, because it's making England's job a little bit harder here.
Anna Cook up to the 10. Maya Matheson. Changes incoming for England. Rance amongst them. Good communication from the referees. It's Matheson. Rowlands. Matheson again. Anna Cook. Good soft hands to find Rowlands. What a game she had this morning. Rowlands for the dive. But the touch was made and they're sent back to the 7.
This is a wonderful defensive effort from France here. England just can't gain the momentum they're looking for on the line.
Big missed pass, but it falls short of Rance.
There is so much pressure in this France defence, and I'm sure they'll convert that into a strong attacking set here.
Sarah Guittard lets it roll. And France are going to head towards the box. Athena Bettelon. Good hands, but great line speed in response from Freya Betts on the English wing. Betts back to make another touch. France have not made a lot of meters here, looking for space on the outside. What a touch that is from Ainscough to contain Maud Le Bihan. Much easier said than done. And off for the first time goes Leah Martin-Mendez-Lopez, finding Le Bihan.
England are really having to scramble here to try and stop this attacking force.
Leah Martin-Mendez-Lopez was playing Women's Open Touch 2 years ago at the World Cup in Nottingham, so it's unbelievable she still qualifies for under-20s. And what hands there from England. Oh, still a turnover, that's harsh. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sure how much Sophie Rance knew about keeping hold of that one, but she didn't drop it.
It's really tough. It was given an overstep there, so she might have just been carried by a bit of momentum.
Well, those are the touch gods balancing things out as Blue-Anne Levesque lets it go.
Lovely little check back on the sub there.
It's been a good day for the Sambles so far. Samble with a sibling in the men's 18s. They did lose to France as well, actually, today. Just 10-8, but he had a great game. Samble was brilliant against Wales. Here's Tamani Kambabi, floated all the way across to Graham. Here's B. Graham. All the way across to Kambabi. Chloe Hill. B. Graham again, looking to draw France out. Kambabi draws another touch. Hill, France take a tumble. Should be some space. Beautiful footwork. England are in.
That was so lovely from the England girls there. They hit a beautiful SL. A lovely sweep on that French link. Unfortunate tumble from the defence, but a beautiful step back in to get the score.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they'll need.
Good touch by the French player, but then B. Graham with a really nice step into the space. England equalise. Chance for France to hit back straight away. Good carry from Elsa Klaus. And then taken on by Charlotte Tonso. And then Scherer. Here's Klaus. Cross wide, looking for options there, but it was away from Anouk Jolivet.
That was beautiful movement in defence from Edwards in England there. She had her just exactly where she wanted her to be, and she had everything covered.
And a physical touch as well to get England into the space. Rance. Ainscuff there at half again. Cook. Eventually swung in the touch from Elsa Klaus. Matheson, great run. Cook. Tonso makes the touch. Very impressive defence from France. Well, we're only 5.5 minutes into this game. Can you believe it? It's been a battle already, Lexi.
It really has. Both of these sides want this so badly. France want to prove that they deserved that win earlier and they can back it up again. And England want to prove that they can also win against this strong side.
Cook on the carry. England in a promising position, but it's just split between the two players. And it's been put down by Matheson, but a penalty first.
That is very fortunate for the England girls there. They're given a great opportunity on their 7. Hopefully they'll be able to execute something here.
Maya Matheson. Cook. Matheson. Waiting for the trigger. Out comes Le Bihan. It's back for Matheson. Looks for the long ball, but it won't find Ainscuff. There's a conversation there about whether or not that was the right option right that moment with touches left in the chamber.
Yeah, it's really tough. I do always think it's better to ride out your touches and try and throw that away on the last one. But if you saw an opportunity, you can't fault for trying. But it's just testament to this France defence that the only option they have is to look out to the wings.
Good defence from England again. This is the area of the field which they're on top against France.
Yeah, absolutely. Their midfield defence is just really unbreakable at this point, and France have to pull out all the stops.
Stops being Blouin Levesque and Leah Martin Mendez Lopez. Good delay and tipped on by Tonso, but it just doesn't find the winger on the near side, Sarah Guittard. So England drive up the centre. Really good hands from Ainscuff to keep it alive. Samble off the deck. Samble again in a bit of space. That's a dangerous combination. B. Graham already a try in this huge fixture. Tamani Kumbabi. Graham. Kumbabi again. Gets moving. Kumbabi scooting through, looking for that offside call, but as half, she is caught.
France are in familiar territory here. Constantly feels like they're having to try and get a sub out from this defensive line, but England's midfield defence is just a little bit too good.
Keeping France contained, making them fling the wide pass, but it is a good takeout there by Zoe Proust-Markel. And that's given them a bit of space.
This is looking much better from France here.
And a penalty against England. Lexi, there's been few of those so far. That's a big one.
Yeah, they really have. And I mean, it's just because this game is getting so heated and so physical. But it is quite nice to see that bit of physicality at times.
Alice Scherer. Missed pass over the top. Great speed to shut down Maud Le Bihan. Scherer. Quick ball for France. Scherer again. We know she's got a great pass on her. Elsa Klaus is quick on her feet too. Klaus with the dive. And Elsa Klaus has scored for France, and they'll take the lead again.
The speed of that roll ball was crucial for France there. They wasted absolutely no time getting that ball off the deck, and it paid off because they got those offside players and got another score on the board. This is looking really nice for France.
Another assist for Alice Scherer. I feel like those stats should be recorded more frequently because she's will have racked up a fair few. Nice ball on the inside. A little space opens up for Edwards. It's a good response from England. Riddleston. Edwards. Naomi Trevelyan-Shipp. Edwards looks inside and out, does France with the eyes, ball back on the inside, well read by Bleu and Levesque.
This is great adaptive defence from France here. They're seeing that England are targeting their link holes and they're shutting it down.
And they win the turnover 2. Big shutout from France. It's the easiest time to concede as soon as you go ahead. Lea Martin Mendez Lopez finds Tonso. But it's a turnover. This midfield defence from England, it's keeping them in it.
Yeah, this is really promising for England. They're in their half now, so it's all to play for. And we know these girls have it in them to really get some speed up on the line.
Riddleston. Edwards. Just drawing France up here, and then it comes back for Edwards, who slides in herself. But it's a big touch. Edwards to her feet a little gingerly. I mean, the ground is rock solid at this stage.
Yeah, it's amazing to see so many of these players diving. It is definitely not prime conditions for it, so they'll definitely be feeling the hit there.
I think she's just a little winded as she hit the deck. She'll be back to it in a moment. Maya Matheson takes her place and is caught by France in the midfield. Good defence from Scherer, who takes it into touch, and Maud Lebihan off the deck. Klaus all the way wide. Better from France this time, Lexi, in this area.
Yeah, this is looking so much smoother from them. There's no time wasted. They're getting around that English defence, and that all comes from the speed of the half on that roll ball.
Athena Bettelon scoots straight through, but who can get to her first? It's a weaving run away from the defender from Anouk Jolivet. But was there a touch? Jolivet incensed, but it was the referee's call.
Bit of a chat from the refs there, just making sure everybody knows what's going on and that the back chat will not be appreciated from any of the sides.
I mean, what a touch, by the way, to deny Jolivet a certain score.
That was a crucial touch from her.
Well, the France are going to have it back on the 10. Rose Jubin, Bettelon, Jolivet slipping over to the left-hand side. Bit of space now for Brost Marco. Well, they're short-handed at the moment. On comes Levesque. A dangerous sight to see. Maud Lebihan, Levesque, and Lea Martin Mendez Lopez all on at the same time. Lexi, that's pretty terrifying stuff.
Yeah.
All have senior caps for France.
I would 100% be feeling fear if I was in the England squad right now.
Oh, Lea Martin Mendez Lopez desperate for a call from the referee, but it comes to nothing in the end. Good shutout by England.
Yeah, fantastic. They put just enough physical pressure on them to force that mistake. So, and a lovely dummy there, quickly converting defence into attack like we know they can.
Penalty against England. Almost none in the game so far, and now 2 in quick succession. England under a bit of pressure.
France just slowing it down as they approach the line.
Bleu and Levesque. Lea Martin Mendez Lopez. Levesque, Martin Mendez Lopez looks for the ball on the inside. Levesque goes tumbling over. France score a third. It's Bleu and Levesque.
That was a lovely shut-in touch there from the link, but fortunately she wasn't quite on side to make it to that, and the ball was down. That was fantastic.
Lea Martin Mendez Lopez and Bleu and Levesque, a combination that's been together for a number of years. Both part of France's Youth Atlantic Cup side from 2025, who was so impressive. And
I mean, their experience is really showing here. They are an absolutely class act.
Nice step off the left boot from Tilly Palmer-Denning. In action for the first time in this tie. Palmer-Denning, Kumbabi round the corner. And Tamani Kumbabi bites right back. Rose Jubin just caught a little offside according to the referee. The winger went off to the far side. It was good movement across the English attacking line.
It's almost a mirror image of what we've just seen with the French score there. She shut in and couldn't quite get there on time. Really, really nice returning try.
Kumbabi on the score sheet. England back to 1 behind. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Now it's a brilliant game, but it's dragged on a lot, hasn't it?
Exactly what I was thinking.
So much has happened.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's only 3/4 of the way through the first half.
I know, and if we're feeling that in the commentary box, how must they be feeling on the pitch?
Edwards back amongst it. Hill. Riddleston. Floated over the top. Rowlands. Hill. England back to the 7. Chance to equalise here. Edwards. Good work from Martin Mendes-Lopez, marking 2 players and forcing a penalty.
I think I'd quite like to see a bit more variation in this English attack. We know they can do it. They're very much targeting their outsides. If they hit that middle channel a bit more, I don't think France will be prepared for it.
Big touch from Keris Rowlands. Good on both sides of the ball, but then the space opens for Maud Le Bihan. France looking dangerous again. Nina Goodman. What a pickup from Bettelon, but hips not square.
That is a really tough call. I did kind of think it myself, but we see it so rarely now that just shows you the standard we're looking at here. They're looking for the most minute things to have to try and penalise them on.
Good pace on the pass for Anscombe.
Fantastic hard work from Edwards there. She was really adaptive, even though that wasn't technically her position to be.
Cook. Matheson. Cook on the inside. Bettelon getting across. No look over the top. Matheson was in, but the pass was forward. Or indeed, there was a touch first. What a game we have for you on offer here. But the odd mistake from England, the odd penalty. I mean, the count is certainly in France's favour.
Yeah, the scales are definitely tipped in their way at the minute, but I was just also thinking about the referees here. They have got their work cut out for them. They're having to look at every tiny little thing, and there is so much going on.
Powerful touch from France again. Making changes mid-attack, but still making yards. Another turnover and a chance for England to head towards the box. It's been a tireless shift in the last few moments for them.
If England can level up for half-time, I think they'll be in a really strong position.
It's always harder work to defend than attack, and that's what England have been doing a lot of at the moment. Here's Cook. Still just 1 try in it. Be great to score before the break. Palmer Denning takes it on herself, and it just bobbled unkindly as Rance got down there, and it's because the French were in the way.
That's unlucky. It was really well read by the French middles there. They shut off that sweeper option, so England adapted. Really nice to see.
On comes the try scorer, Kanbami. Matheson. Tamani Kanbabi. Maya Matheson. Ball on the inside. Kanbabi's there. Well, France onside. Try given.
Well, that is a stunner, and it's almost as if they heard me targeting that middle channel, and France couldn't quite get back on side, and England are really going to take this. And if they can get 1 more before the break, I think whoever starts off the second half ahead is going to be in a really good position.
Tamani Kanbabi beats Scherer to the ball, and it's all level again for the first time in a long while, but France will look to fight back straight away. It's a turnover. Martin Mendes-Lopez frustrated. France lose another 10 yards, Lexi. This is a huge moment in the tie.
There's definitely an air of the momentum shifting towards England here.
And Leah Martin Mendes-Lopez has just been ejected by the official.
Interesting call.
We'll leave it at that. It's a big opportunity for England regardless, as France race to replace her. Graham to the edge. Box in progress. 2 minutes to go at the end of this first half. Edwards. Offside is the call as Anscombe is caught. Well, it did well to listen to the referee there, France in defence. I was too busy listening in myself. Loose from France, and the window has been left a touch open with 1.5 minutes to go here for England to take the lead for the very first time in the fixture.
You're really starting to get a feel of the magnitude of this game, the amount of support that has come to see what is happening on this magical pitch.
Riddleston finds Edwards on the inside, who's caught. Edwards, Poppy Riddleston. When's the right time to pull the trigger here for England? Edwards decides now. No look, over the top. What a take! What a take from England! A brilliant grab from Freya Betts. As low as she could go and over the line to beat the trailing winger. What a score to put England ahead.
Now that is as good as it gets as a winger, isn't it? She had the hardest of passes to try and catch there, and she was on the floor before she'd even thought about catching it. That was a beautiful finish.
I mean, the pass didn't come out as cleanly as intended, but Betts did not mind. What a recovery, what a take. France with 30 seconds to level the score. Scherer, Elsa Klaus, Scherer again. Klaus going for another dive, instead finds Jolivet. England shut them out with one last touch here for the French to play with. Scherer, over the top, it's away from Tonso.
That was definitely a good option from them there. They need to start taking risks in these last few seconds of this half if they're going to get something on the board here.
England have turned it around, but a penalty might hand France a chance. The buzzer goes, they've got one touch to do it. Klaus. That's game. They've misread the situation, but they've still got time to change their fortunes. France against England. They meet for the second time in the tournament in this women's 20s division. It was 9-6 earlier this morning in France's favour, and after they took an early lead, you thought that was how the game might go, but no. England have fought back into the tie, and a late score, a brilliant finish from Freya Betts has put them in the lead with 20 minutes still to play. We'll be back in just a few moments in this monumental clash of the European Youth Touch Championships.
I like little kids.
We're back for the second half of this huge women's 20s tie here at the European Youth Touch Championships in Warwick. England now left to right in the second half with a slender one-try lead, but they could look to extend that, Lexi, and you were just saying how crucial it is that the first try is scored by England if they wish to hold on here, having been beaten this morning by this French side.
Yeah, I think this game is very much dependent on momentum at the minute, both mentally and physically, so if they can get a score here...
Went down a little hard there, Tilly Palmer-Denning, and the ground is rock solid, so she takes her leave and is replaced by Chloe Hill.
Fantastic sportsmanship from the French girls there as well, making sure she was okay.
Hill just getting settled into the attack. They've still got 5 touches in the chamber here. Edwards. Edwards again. What a game she's having. Drops it off! Riddleston scores! England go further ahead.
That was so important from this England squad. They really wanted to start this second half how they want it to finish, and that was a great way to do it. So much space for her to dive into there. Absolutely beautiful stuff.
Great assist from Edwards here. Nice step off the left boot, forcing that last French player to bite in, and there was a lot of ground for Sarah Guittard to cover. Poppy Riddleston on the board. England have 5. France must respond. Scherer. Klaus. Elsa Klaus, so elusive. Tough touch, but she wears it well. Le Bihan up the deck for Scherer. Touch made. What a touch it was.
Really important stuff. There's a lot of grit on this England defence at the moment.
Klaus through the hands of Maud Le Bihan.
I really feel like England are moving as a bit of a unit in defence, which is so important if they're going to stop this French side.
So now here they come. England on the transition. Kanbabi on a hat-trick, by the way, in this second half. Kanbabi ships it on for Rowlands. Ainscuff. Matheson. Maya Matheson beyond the 10. Cook on the roll. Rowlands lets it fly. Intercepted.
Really well positioned by that French winger there. England were looking very dangerous by that setup by Matheson on the sub.
And it's a hard touch penalty, and the penalty count continues to rise in France's favour. They've only given away 1 or 2 in this fixture. A couple in the transition, and then one, of course, early in the second half, which led to the score. And that one. Another score for England, and a 3-point deficit opens up the scoreline by which France beat them earlier. 9-6 on that occasion. Maya Matheson. Rowlands. All the way across for Hill. Cook. Hill steps back on the inside. But the touch was made and France have it back. Penalty given though, Lexi, as well, and they're going to lose 10 yards for it.
Yeah, this is really quite stunting the momentum of the match, actually. I think England are needing to channel their momentum properly because it's just not manifesting in the best way.
It's another penalty. Another hard touch.
This is looking good for France here. They're going to need to really take this. And we just had a call from the England coach to get the noise back up in the England sub-box to encourage their squad mates.
Blue and Levesque. Leah Martin Mendez-Lopez. Just 1 number apart. Great connection between the 2 of them. Levesque. Leah Martin Mendez-Lopez back to the short side. Blue and Levesque. Lovely skill. But another strong touch from England, and they survive a late flurry of penalties.
There's a unity to this defensive pod that just seems a little bit unbreakable at times. And France are going to definitely want to try and penetrate that if they can.
Around the corner they come. England on the transition. Ainscuff. Riddleston. Big try for her in this second half. Tilly Palmer-Denning. Edwards. Just looking to keep it alive.
This puts France in quite a good position. They're not far from the halfway point. If they can get a strong drive here, they'll be happy.
Leah Martin Mendez-Lopez. Right off the toes. Levesque all the way across to Tonso. This is good from France, and then Levesque finds a bit of space. They're up to the 10.
Getting a bit heavy-handed again from England there. Nice advantage for France.
So what's that call in the end, Lexi?
That looked to be a bit of a rough touch again, but perhaps they gave it as foot in the rook.
Regardless, another fresh set of 6. Scherer, Klaus. France looking to get back into the tie. Klaus! And Elsa Klaus scores another. A fantastic finisher. She makes the dive her own and reaches out and scores for France again.
That was so important for France. Their whole morale will be built around that score, and they're going to want to keep that up as they go through the second half.
5-4, a 1-point game again, but England with possession. Kumbabi with a great line. Off the deck from Matheson. Rance. Tamani Kumbabi. Matheson. Kumbabi. Quick hands could do it here for England. Great read by Tonso. Still 2 touches to come here. Matheson. Kumbabi. England with a chance. It's away from Rance. But a penalty. A gift for England to spare their blushes.
A rare thing to see from France there, but England will use this to their advantage, I'm sure.
Matheson inside for Kumbabi. But the touch was made. Blue-Anne Levesque looks a little uncomfortable. Not the kind of player France could afford to lose. Tamani Kumbabi. Matheson changing direction, dancing through. Has Levesque got her? What a touch.
Really nice defensive formation from France there. They've got one lead mid who's doing all the work so the others can get back on side.
Now they shoot out in pairs. Lea Marta Mendes Lopez up there as well with Rose Juban, and a flood of navy shirts has forced the turnover. Lexi, just how big a turnover is that for France?
That is absolutely crucial. I think if England go 2 ahead again, France might just feel a little bit demoralised and it'll be hard to come back from. But knowing they're only 1 behind is giving them such a massive boost. And you can actually feel it rising from the French side.
And a good transition will help with that, although the ball is loose on the deck there.
6-7.
(5-4). France over halfway. Good touch to slow down England's momentum here, but Anscough reinserts it. Off the deck from Samble, here's Hill. Chloe Hill still going. Edwards. Did she get the pass away before the touch? Will play on regardless, but it's away from Louisa Samble.
Does feel to be getting a little bit flustered from both sides here. I think the momentum is definitely rising, so they just need to slow it down slightly and stick to what they know.
France have given it away. Just a loose ball here, and Edwards is still rolling. Cara Edwards. Riddleston. What a moment this would be for England. Edwards to the open side. Brilliant miss ball. What a score.
I mean, what can you say about that? Edwards just did a fantastic read of that France defence. Picked up the ball, scooped it the other way, and had that wonderful pass in her back pocket too.
And a great diving finish as well by the England winger on the far side. It's another huge try for Freya Betts.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that will have stunted France just a little bit, which is what England will have wanted from that. They've got that 2-point lead back, and France are going to have to work really hard to chip away at this.
Rose Juban, great movement. Scherer. Alice Scherer looking for Klaus on a hat-trick. And I think it's going to be a penalty for France here. Well, let's wait and see. France in possession. Alice Scherer. Elsa Klaus. Scherer. Klaus again. 2 over on the right for France, but England swarm. Scherer. Klaus wants it on the return. She'll have another go. Inside Barbie! What a ball! Alice Scherer with a brilliant finish, but the penalty is given. And the try will not stand, Lexi. What do you make of it?
That is so unfortunate for France there. I mean, England are replicating the French defence. They ran mad dog there on the line. It seemed to pay off for them, but that is a really tough call.
Barbie on the drive, winning the penalty. Brilliant work. What a game Tamani Kambardi's having.
Yeah, she's been something of a star for them.
Put down. England won't dwell on mistakes like that, especially not while they still lead.
The turnaround rate in this match has been truly thrilling. You have no idea who's going to have the ball at any point as France come on to their sub-box.
Good drive from Scherer again. France making good yards.
We have another ball to deck. Will that be a penalty or a France ball still? Looks like France get another crack at this.
There have been some moments of looseness in this second half. They've surprised me, to be honest, given how impressive these sides have been. What do you think that can be part down to as France come forward again?
I think it's pure excitement, to be honest. They've got so much adrenaline running through them right now that it's bound to manifest in some way. It's unfortunately coming in to drop balls occasionally. But all in all, the ball handling skills in this match have been absolutely second rate.
Nice work round the corner here. Hill on the edge. The French winger bites in. Sarah Goutard. Great acceleration as per from Sample. Now Riddleston. Sample. Tireless running. Leah Martin Mendez Lopez claims to make the touch, and the call is France's. Touch and pass, penalty France. Good platform for them to make their changes.
That was fabulous mirror defence from France there. They really were not going to be stepped.
How much longer is there really for France to get into this game? They've got 7.5 minutes on the clock, 2 tries just to bring it back to a draw. There will be a gold medal match in this competition as Berthelon goes wide, but it's put down. So there is a gold medal match, which is contested between the 2 top sides in this division. It's very likely that that'll be France and England again. So this is just a precursor to the big game tomorrow.
Yeah, and the fact that France have already beaten England earlier today proves that even if they weren't to clinch this match, it is all to play for in the final stages.
Eventually we'll get started again. Leah Martin Mendez Lopez, Juban, great delay on the pass. Was it put down?
And that is exactly what France will have needed. There's still plenty of time left in this half, and they are only 1 behind. They really needed the score there, and it was perfectly executed. The timing of that dish pass, she'd drawn in the 2 defenders and managed to get it off to the wing.
Well, has she grounded that pass? That's the question. The try has been given, but it is going to be one for debate. Zoe Proust-Marco has the score. England back within 1. And it's an early break from France. This is looking promising. Barbie. Greer. Graham again. Barbie, let's fly. It just dropped short.
I don't know about you, but it's amazing to see them doing the same moves that have just been successful in the opposition's score. That's the second time we've seen that happen. And it's great to see them learning from each other. Even at these really experienced stages, they've still got plenty to learn, and they're doing it during the match.
That's a big penalty to give away.
If France can hold on here, there is still plenty of time left here for them to do well.
I might consider that the difference, though, between these 2 sides in this game. France have given 1 too many penalties away in their own half. It was the complete opposite in the first half, but England still managed to survive, and they're going to win another penalty there, and it's lucky too because the ball was dropped. The penalty count completely switched on its head.
Yeah, it really has, and I wonder why that is. It's potentially just because Tensions are rising and France are feeling they're running out of time, so they've got to put a bit more physicality in this.
B. Graham caught, but with time to play. Kambabi, Graham, Rance. Off the deck from Graham, Rance again. Another penalty. That's 2 inside the 7 now. So 1 more and France down to 5, and England have a huge chance to wrap it up. Graham. Missed pass out to Hill. Round the corner comes Graham again. It's B. Graham floating it across. It's a stunning take. But the try will not be given. Freya Betts denied a hat-trick. Kambabi on one as well.
Fantastic touch from the winger there.
Kambabi! Looking for the offside call. It doesn't come yet. And they're happy to take their time here, Lexi. Why shouldn't they?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And all of these penalties are just giving them 6 more touches and running down that clock, which
Hill.
is so important.
Lea Martin Mendez and Blue and Levesque working so hard. Another ball on the inside for Kambabi. The hat-trick's theirs. The middle's offside.
That was a spectacular crash line there, just chopping at the heels, executed with a flawless dive. I think this game is pretty much wrapped up there, but France will see for their pride whether they can get any more over the line.
A hat-trick against France in the women's 20s division for Tamani Kambabi, who may well have taken this one away from the French. Still 3 minutes to go. If they score here, it's anyone's game. Alice Scherer. Klaus caught down. Scherer. Lebihan. What a diving touch that is from Tilly Palmer-Denning. Alice Scherer looking for the switch, but they've run out of time. England have it with 2.5 minutes to go. They're a long way from the box though, Lexi. This is nervous moments for them. They've got the 2-try buffer, but they want to hold it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they can trust themselves though. Their handling has been pretty much flawless this entire match.
Ainscough. Samble. It's a big touch from Maud Lebihan to win it back for France.
Yeah, it's a perfect shut in there. Really important to show how threatening they can still be in defence.
Lebihan, shoulder first. Alice Scherer. Changes in the offing. Nina Goodman. Penalty against France. And that has been the story of the second half. In that latter stage of the first half, England could not keep giving the ball away. But now it's changed hands, and France, unfortunately, one too many errors. England have pounced on them, because they've got the players out there to cause serious damage. Cook. This is the right way to play, Lexi, in the dying embers, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, go out with a bang, why not? They're more than capable to do so. An unlucky error there, but you might as well start taking risks at this point. There's only 1.5 minutes left of this game, so it's just showing what they're really made of. England
beaten after a 15-0 victory over Wales. They were stunned by France 9-6 in a repeat of a year ago at the Youth Atlantic Cup in Limerick, where this game was classic after classic. It was 9-6 elsewhere, but on the main stage here in Warwick, England are moments away from a huge win.
This will mean so much to them in so many ways, because they were beaten down by France in the last game, and they've proved that they can come back, and they can come back hard.
Samble, Kambabi. Cook, Kambabi again. Samble! Oh, it slips through the net. But a great effort, and that would have wrapped it up good and proper. They still might not have time, France, to go the other end. That would have been the cherry on top. England will settle for the icing if they can hang on here.
France getting a fresh set of 6 as an England hand was in the pass there. So it's basically starting from tap, and we know what they can do.
They've only got 20 seconds to use it. Tonso. Alice Scherer. Elsa Klaus. What a game these two have had, threatening England's line. Klaus to the short side. Tonso lets it fly. Lebihan is caught. And that will wrap it up good and proper in the end regardless. England pull off a huge win against France after defeat by 9-6 at 11 o'clock today. They've turned it on its head under the bright lights here at the University of Warwick. On the main stage, they've beaten 7-5. What a result. There's still so many more twists and turns in this story of the women's 20s with a gold medal match pending. A gold medal match that will certainly be a repeat of this game, given results so far. 7-5, England victorious on home soil. But don't worry, French fans, you've got another chance to have a crack at the old enemy here. Because up next, it's Touch Le Crunch Part 2. It's the men's 20s in action against France yet again.